I'm Eric. I'm a client at Legacy, and this is my father, Craig, and my mother, Amy.
So our situation with our son prior to entering Legacy was disastrous. We spent a lot of time in his room just trying to wake him up, and finally came to a time and a day where he realized he needed some help. And so he actually found a place, and we brought him down. And so since that time, things have been much better.
So our experience at the family retreat is one of fellowship, and we get to be with the community that supports Eric and us. And it's been really nice to relate to other families and family situations, and then see how they interact with their loved one and what we think we're doing right or wrong.
Yeah, we learn from their experiences. We're able to kind of compare to our own, and it helps us. So it gives us a little bit better clarity as far as, are we doing things right or wrong? I mean, that's even a question. Is there a right or wrong? And so it helps a lot just to hear everybody else's situation that they're in.
Yeah, for me, it's mostly about connecting with my own family and hearing them be honest about experiences, because without the right questions, it's hard to be forthcoming. I also enjoy connecting with previous clients as well as current clients and seeing what their family dynamics really are like. Because you can't really tell when you talk one-sided in group, but when you see families together and them connecting and things like that, it's a really awesome experience.
I think the one thing I'll take away from this weekend is how difficult it must be to be a client. It's exhausting doing this stuff. And we're doing it, me and his mom are just doing it for 2 days. And they go through this for 6 hours a day, 5 days a week. And so I imagine that's kind of rough.
And I'm going to take away from this weekend that we have a lot of work to do too, that we actually need to be in group therapy and talking to other individuals. It really helps a lot.
I think for me, the biggest thing I'm going to take away is that even when it feels like I do have the full support of my family, and that they just want what's best for me. To a family that's thinking about coming or on the fence about coming, or maybe even having difficulty of coming to an event like this, I would say it can be difficult at first. To be in front of a large group of people and kind of like air out your family issues is definitely a daunting experience. But by the end of it, I think you'll realize that it is worth it. You'll get to know your son or daughter or loved one even better than you thought you would have before. And you just learn so much about what they have to go through every day and what they're doing here every day. So it can put into perspective moving forward with your loved one.
I would say also that the more each family puts into it, the more they potentially get out of it. So if you're going to participate a lot, you can actually learn a lot more about yourself and your loved one.
Yeah, I would tell people if they're thinking about coming that they definitely have to be willing to participate, and that it really helps to participate, and you can have, bonding with the other family so that you're not alone. So this actually makes you feel much more like you're in a community.
I think it's just important to state like how much Legacy is changing people's lives. They're changing the paradigm of treatment. And if you're thinking about having a loved one come, or think about coming to family weekend, whatever it might be, it's an awesome choice to pick Legacy.
Yeah, and I think that Mark and his family talking to us from his perspective was honestly one of the most helpful things that I've learned here. He's just, they're very welcoming and great people, but also that they have a shared experience with the rest of us.
And the therapists do a great job of connecting with each individual client. And so that's family. That's one thing that's been real important to me, because I talk to his therapist once a week, and we've actually come and met with her a couple times too. So I think the therapists go the extra mile, which is really important for helping to heal the family.